us for years and continuing to be stacked against us for years. Let's talk about the case. Latasha Parker, hey, how are you?
Hey,
What are
me.
your thoughts?
It was when I seen you crying today, it really, I went live and I was so proud of you for just being there, telling our people to support our sisters while they there because we've been getting this weird feeling from each content creator that's been down there. We've been hearing how weird the feeling is, like things are off, something's not right. And the more y'all say it, it just puts an empty feeling in my stomach for Karmelo. Not saying that, right is right and wrong is wrong, but everything that we've heard is
It's
is
just not
being so
enough. Like,
unwanted.
you know what I mean? Like, if they actually proved their case and, they had solid witnesses that gave a story that really painted a different picture, then I would feel differently. Like, I really was waiting to hear the facts, but you can't sit there and tell me that the boy sat on the bench the whole entire time. He didn't put his hands on nobody first. You have a boy that is 80 pounds heavier than him. His brother is there, who by the news claims that he started it, but none of the testimony was consistent on his involvement. And there's no solid, like, I don't know. Just weird.
Nick, what's your feelings right now? Looking at the jury, you've made it in the courtroom each and every time. I really want to know with the
I
jury.
feel like
Did
we've
you
been in
look
here.
at the jury?
I looked at the jury, yeah. I just don't feel like, I don't know, was the legal expert too expensive or it was ruled out? Because there's a lot of motions that the judge has ruled on before this even came to trial. Now, the judge put a gag order and a seal on all of these motions. So we don't even know if these motions were fair or if there's certain things being suppressed that, could help tip the scale. Because in the courtroom, what I did notice was, normally when I'm watching a trial, you hear a lot of objection, objection, sustain, and then you get these back and forth like objection. It seems as though like everything that they're not able to do or have an issue on was already squared away before trial, because I feel like I could count the number of objections on one hand.
Wow.
Like, there wasn't a lot of objections, and I feel like I can count them on one hand. So, um, I feel like a lot of the lawyering happened before, but we don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Nick, I want one more question. How quick do you think, just not how quick you think the verdict is going to come in? Do you think it's going to be fair for Carmelo based on what you've seen since you've been there?
I can't tell you. I don't know. I was talking to a guy today who, he is from that county. He seems pretty reasonable. He was a white guy that he just reminds you of like a slick, cool, like he got that cowboy feel. And I was just talking to him about how he felt about it. And he gave his opinion and he said that he feels like he couldn't put Carmelo away for a long time. Like, this is what he was saying in his words. If you're watching, I didn't get his name, but I gave him my YouTube. Um, if you're watching, I want you to click the link, because how you explained it was good. So this is what he said when we were talking. He said that if he was on the jury, he wouldn't give Carmelo anything more than 5 years. And I was like, interesting. Why? He's like, if it came down to a guilty verdict, he said, I don't feel like putting him in jail for 15 plus years is going to do him any good. He said that if he serves 15 years, him being like institutionalized, like he's not going to even be the same kid. And looking at this set of circumstances and listening to what the all kids have to say all these different stories and stuff like that. He felt like he was like, give him 5 years. I feel like, he didn't say I feel like he'll learn his lesson, but he kind of inferred like I feel like that was like substantial. And I was like, that's interesting. That's what he said, but what do y'all think? Like, do you guys think guilty, not guilty, and not guilty or not guilty based on your emotions and what you think just because of, you listen to what do you think based on the testimony that has come in and all of that?
I think they're gonna find him guilty. And it's not on my up for my emotions, not guilty, but based off of everything that's been said, is from what I'm hearing, it seems like they're painting Carmelo to be the aggressor based off of them saying they told him to leave. Um, him already having his hand in the bag allegedly, and things like that. And it's like and then with Eddie, I was so confused with like how you said it was weird. It was almost like, how do we got this? How do we let this go through without saying something's not right? If you're saying you don't know him, but yet he's been invited to all these events, all these text messages, these pictures are showing different. And it's like that testimony gets through. It's almost like he doesn't have a fighting chance. I see them saying guilty. I just think the first degree was too much. Going in just automatic first degree was crazy, but I think they're gonna find him guilty.
Mhm. I don't know. I mean, oh, and here's another thing, right? So in this case, the judge, like normally when you're going into a case, we already know like if self-defense is one of the charges that he has that they or one of the lesser included charges, right? Well, in this particular case, the judge has to hear all of the evidence. And once the jury, I mean, like once all the evidence is in, then he decides whether or not it met the burden of self defense or sudden passion. So he's going to go there. I'm assuming tomorrow to say, yes, it met the elements of self defense, or no, it didn't meet the elements of self defense, right? And that's basically the manslaughter charge. So let's say he doesn't get the lesser included manslaughter. Now, if I'm on the jury, I don't feel comfortable giving him murder because it clearly wasn't premeditated murder. I feel like that was overcharged. If that is not a charge and they only have first degree murder or acquittal, then I feel like the odds are maybe a little bit like bigger. However, if the odds are manslaughter versus guilty, not like guilty of manslaughter or acquittal, I think that they might go with manslaughter based on the fact that we never had an explanation on why he had the knife. I think if we had an explanation and they told us like, hey, he had the knife because of cutting, or people who said like a cleat sharpener, or um an explanation, because I think the prosecution did a really good job of explaining the fact that he shouldn't have had the damn knife in the first place. So if you don't combat the fact that he should not have had the knife in the first place, and that's the only thing that's left on the mind, that he should have never had it, like I don't feel like we got over that hurdle, which the lawyer that he had, he kept saying, well, it's not illegal to have a knife that's under 3.5 inches, but what about taking it to school? Like, okay, it's not illegal to carry in Texas, but he was at school, he's not supposed to have it. So
Right. But was he technically at school? Like, is if he doesn't if he wasn't invited, was he technically at school? Because one minute they're saying he's not invited there, he wasn't supposed to be there. Which one is it?
um everybody had a different story. Also, I know that there's a lot of new white viewers, and I've been talking about white supremacists. I'm talking about white supremacists. If the shoe don't fit, you must have quit. Okay. If you are a new white viewer, because there is a larger amount of, neutral, like white and black jurors, you don't have to be afraid to click the link. I'm not going, like, if you're trolling, I'm going to kick your ass off the stage. But if you are a person that just legitimately wants to offer up how you feel, don't be afraid to click the link if you're not black. Now let's go to no cap. We can't hear you.
Nick, I'm gonna drop down in case anybody wants to come up. Salute to you. Continue the great work. I've been dropping your link in my chat. Shout out to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. First off, I want to say you've been doing a great job. I've been I've been keeping up with you
Oh,
uh,
thank you.
a lot, and I reacted to some of your reporting and stuff. And I'm sorry what happened to you earlier. That was crazy. And
Yeah.
I I want to I do have some questions, being that you uh, were in the courtroom. I interviewed and talked to several people who's actually seen the video, the entire 4K video in detail, and they signed off for it and everything at Frisco School District. I remember you said on the outside of the courtroom that the video was grainy and blurry, whatever, but they had agreed to show it on a later date, the 4K video on a better device, on a 4K device. What happened to that?
They brung a TV in and they had a 4K TV that they pushed it like towards the jury. Like they watched it in 4K. We didn't see it in 4K.
Oh, the jury watched it.
Yeah, like they turned the TV towards the jury and they watched it in 4K. We didn't get to see it in 4K.
They watched the entire thing?
We were sitting there for a while, so I think so.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that, and I don't think a lot of people knew that. That's kind of good though,
The jury
because
watched the video in 4K. We watched 5 different angles of a video. I can't
yeah.
tell you what they watched in 4K was 5 different angles, but we watched 5 different angles and it was grainy. And the guy who testified, he kind of like enhanced it. So I don't
But
know if they watched an enhanced version of what we watched or if they watched the full thing.
right, but I remember you said they watched the 4K video on like the device wasn't 4K. So you're saying the jury watched it on a 4K device, like a device that can show 4K?
In there, they like that when they were talking about it first, they was like, "Oh, we're gonna bring in a TV that's 4K." The TV that they had them watch it on, like they turned the TV around and they just had it on them. I'm gonna assume that's 4K. If that TV wasn't 4K, then no, they didn't bring one in. But
Okay.
there was a time when we was just sitting there twiddling our fingers and they were showing them video
If
footage.
they watched it in 4K, from my account, because I've talked to several people, it's about 15 people that I know watched that video, and they said if the jury seen that video, Carmelo has a good chance of getting off. That's what I was told.
They
Um,
watched the enhanced version. We didn't. We seen
okay.
regular
Also, do you remember like last year when Hunter Metcalf was interviewed like twice, I think by Fox News and by another reporter, whatever, and he mentioned that he mentioned that Austin actually grabbed Carmelo's bag in the
Yeah.
heat of the. They never brought that up in court.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
None of the witnesses said that.
Wow. And the last thing I wanted to ask you was so they can charge them with a lesser charge, like if he gets past the first degree murder charge. So you're saying that the judge does have the power; they can introduce lesser charges.
The judge has the power to bring in sudden passion if he believes that the case, after all the evidence has come in, met those burdens.
Because that's how Rick Chow got off. He was charged with first degree murder, and that's the only thing that they could try him for. Once he beat that, that's why he That's why he beat the whole thing. So that's why I was wondering about
Yeah,
Carmelo.
if the judge says no to sudden passion, me on a jury, I wouldn't feel comfortable booking him for M1.
I don't even think that.
And they have the option, the jury is the one that's going to decide his sentence and as well.
Yeah.
And so if he gets charged, like say they charge him with 10 years, like they say, okay, we're going to sentence him to 10 years in prison, they can commute it to on his, like, to be served on probation versus him being in jail. Like they
Oh,
can feel
really?
like, yeah, if it's 10, if he gets sentenced to 10 years or less, they can say, hey, we would like these 10 years to be served on probation. Like they explained that when we were I don't remember if it was through jury selection or opening statement, one of those. Like we got that information. I think it might have been opening statement, I
I
don't know.
know all the males on the jury were white, but how many?
One of the guys was Indian.
Okay, were there any women on the jury too? Is on the sitting jury, the main jury?
There's some women, there's a lot of women.
Okay, so I just want to say, I'm gonna go, but I don't think that the prosecution actually proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Carmelo Anthony committed first degree murder. I don't think so. I don't think so. Even though Mike Howard and the defense, in my
Still here,
opinion,
I just got to grab my
no problem, no
argument.
problem. Even though Mike Howard and the defense, in my opinion, was weak, and I did research on Mike Howard. I thought Mike Howard had a lot of good reviews. Like they said that, like from what I read, that he was a very good lawyer.
Maybe there's a method to his madness that we just don't see.
That's what I was thinking.
There has been a white woman that sits with the family every day and she's like taking notes and stuff.
Yeah.
That could be a jury expert. Who knows?
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if she is or if she isn't, but
Yeah, but I don't think they proved murder one with beyond a reasonable doubt. So I mean, I'm kind of confident on that, but who knows, man? But I just want to say, I want to end it with, you did a great job. You've been doing a great job. You and Queen Sheba, yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
All
Yes,
right.
you've been doing good. I feel like it's a lot of stuff going on, but yes, I appreciate you.
We appreciate you. All right.
Right. And what's your platform? You got a platform? Oh, he clicked off. Before I take anybody else, there are there was some people that reached out to me to help me out with my thumbnails. I've been so busy that I have not been able to shout out their platforms. Now, one woman, hold on, let me get her. She says that she's mainly on Facebook, Jakira Baker. And then the other woman who was helping me with thumbnails, her YouTube channel is called Fact Check and Chill. So Fact Check and Chill. Definitely check them out. I appreciate them for helping out with some thumbnails for your girl. Now, the next person that I want to hear from, I'm gonna go to everybody, but I want to hear from a white or Asian or just a non-black individual. Like I want to hear a reasonable explanation as to what they think is going to happen. Not this, like, like, let me know something. I want to hear from somebody. If you guys aren't scared. Somebody said, why is it all about race? Because people chose to make it about race. I mean, I don't know. But all right. Let's go to Toya Baby in the meantime.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
I want to say thank you for covering this. I've been watching and keeping up with you, and I appreciate you
Thank you.
covering this time. And I'm sorry that I'm from Texas, so I'm sorry that you've been experiencing so much racism, and to see you how you how you was crying and stuff, I was like, damn, we go through stuff so much living down there that it's almost like numbing. You know what I mean? Like we don't. So to see you, so I'm sorry that you felt that. But as somebody that's been in the courtroom and seen everything, the prosecution has the burden of proof, right? They
Mm-hmm.
have to prove that he committed murder one. Do you feel like they fully, without a shadow
I
of a
don't think
doubt?
they met the burden for M1. No, I feel
Does
like
he
they.
have
I feel
the
like they do have manslaughter because, and only because they never let us know why he had the knife. And I feel like the prosecution did a good job on saying, like, you know, it shouldn't have never been at the school meet.
but see that's the thing, Nick. It's that's not a school that they was at. That structure building is not a school. That's just a place where they have track and field events. It's not a ISD building where they was at. It's not illegal to have that knife in that building because that knife is not an illegal weapon.
Yeah, but they have a sign in the front of that building that says for their ISD track meets that no tobacco, no weapons. Like they have a sign that says that it
But the knife is not qualified as a weapon. It's under,
knife is a weapon.
but it's not legally a weapon. It's not legally a weapon. So if we sticking to the law say that's
A
not a
knife
weapon.
is a weapon. There's no law that says that a knife is not a weapon.
Texas Penal Code says that a pocket knife under it's got to be
No,
3.5 inches or
no.
something. It's
I think what you're confusing as something being illegal. Oh my God. Can y'all see this man in the backstage?
no, only you can.
A white man is on my backstage completely naked.
He trying to porn on you.
Yep.
And he's waving his like little 1 inch winker.
Yeah, he trying to porn on you.
But anyways, go ahead.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not illegal to have what he had. It's not illegal. Now, do we want to know why he had it? Yeah, we want to know why he had it. But it's not illegal to carry. It's not illegal to have where he was at, and that's why he was never charged with that. He didn't. That's not illegal. So we got to stick to the law.
Okay. What's your thoughts, DJ?
Hi, Nick. I'm so happy to be here. So,
Thank
one, I just want to say real quick, like Stevie Ray, boy, you are my cousin. Why did you mute me?
you. Stevie Ray, don't be muting her.
Don't be mean me, and I am your cousin. He is my whole son's cousin. Like, stop. But because I was like overly thirsty for the link because I had something to say. I'm sorry, but I love you. So there's been a few things that have been missed to me that have not been spoken upon. And what is significant for me is the time that lapsed since the Metcalf boys entered the tent, right? One, there was only one tent. They made it seem as it was several tents. Theirs was the only one, right? It
No,
was raining.
no, no. There was okay, so there was multiple schools that were at the track meet, right? So there was Frisco, there's Centennial, there's Memorial, there's whatever other school.
Right.
I think Heritage was another school. Now, all of these schools had a tent for their school. Centennial didn't have a tent for their school. So like all of the other schools, Memorial, Heritage, Frisco, all of those had tents.
Oh, I'm sorry. From my understanding, on the side where their tent was, where the Metcalf boys is, they were the only tent on that side. If I'm
No,
mistaken, that's fine.
it was I think next to them was Frisco's tent, I think.
Okay. So what I wanted to harp on is that this all occurred within 4 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they place such emphasis on, oh, he refused to leave. He was looking for a problem. He was the aggressor. But these are teens talking to teens, right? These are not adults talking down to a child, right? So, what gives another child the authority to talk to another child, specifically in a rude manner, right? Within 4 minutes. So, within 4 minutes, you're telling him to get out. So, you want to, like you said, Neek, punk him, and he's supposed to pick up his shit in 4 minutes and just dash out. But it was only 4 minutes, and in 4 minutes, you chose to put your hands on somebody in 4 minutes. So they keep harping on the fact that he refused to leave, but it was 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was quick. Um, I don't know what happened.
Sound look like she muted.
Yeah, your voice, I mean your sound went out. Okay, we're gonna go to Mike. We can't hear her. Let me take her down because she going on and on and on and we cannot hear her. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing? I appreciate the coverage. I've just been kind of bouncing around everywhere, just looking at the content. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. My thing for me, I see a whole lot of people speaking on that knife, and I know in Texas, man, as an adult, us adults, and all these Second Amendment people run around with all kind of weaponry. Walmart, Target, close to the mall, saying and in every way, in all walks of life in Texas, man, people got weaponry, and that's the adult reality. Those kids in that same reality. I see kids walking all around here in my neighborhood and all that stuff. Boys, little girls, and all that stuff. They by themselves. It's a whole bunch of PDF file people out here and all that stuff, and we act like these kids is not in the same world that we are in. We us adults, we run around here with weaponry. So I don't understand how you can go in and just say these kids, they not in the same world.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. As a mom, if I send my child to a track meet, I'm gonna not want the other kids to have knives. Like if
I
I'm
understand that, but what I'm saying is, people. I'm saying everybody don't get dropped off. Some people have to walk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situations ain't in the same. Everybody's situations ain't the same. It's always different layers to everybody's situation. I mean, that was the point that bothers me.
mm-hmm.
And I definitely think they didn't prove no murder one because I mean that case with Allison Casey at the school, he stabbed that boy 3 times
Mm-hmm.
in the restroom, and he didn't get M1.
Well, we still gotta see. We don't know what he's gonna get. I mean, I still, even though I'm like, y'all didn't explain this. Maybe there's a method to their madness, and they know something that we don't know. Like they got to read off the jury, or maybe they're going for hung, and they just felt like just leaving it right here had better chances of it being hung. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
okay. I mean, well, we don't know. We got to wait for the results. I mean, but I definitely think that I'm saying that since it's not now a black person on that jury, it's going that if they don't get a favorable outcome, that they're going to ask for appeal because
Mhm.
it makes it look like it's like the it's stacked up against them already.
Okay, bro, man, what's your thoughts?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Everybody subscribe, like, and share if y'all haven't already. You have been doing a great job. And I kind of wanted to ask you about, like, as far as the community goes, with the racial tensions and the, my words, alleged bullying that's condoned by the community, right? You know, like, even towards yourself, right? Where you're not a threat out there. You're just trying to get the word out, about our justice system in this country. So I just wanted to know if you thought that, since the adults think that it's okay to, my words, nobody else's, disrespect us like that, that is, emboldens their kids to try to do the same.
Okay.
And then, if I could just ask you a couple more questions real quick though. First off, I wanted to know, do you think that he should have testified and took the stand, and if it would have helped him or not? And as far as the brother too, I'm not sure who said it, but somebody said that the defense was trying to get the twin to testify. So I just kind of wanted to know your thoughts on that. Thank you very much. Go ahead, ma'am.
I said we didn't hear that in court that they were trying to get the twin to testify. I didn't hear that in court. What was the other question?
I was just thinking if you thought Carmelo should could have helped this case by testifying, and then I also was going to ask you about like the defense
Wait,
attorney.
before you go to the next thing. Okay, so there's two ways that people were looking at this. I felt like if you have a self-defense claim, then you need to tell your defense. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like obviously in most cases defendants don't get on the stand, but most cases are one-sided where a person will like commit an act or something. This is supposed to be self-defense. So in self-defense cases, I thought their guy should testify. So I was waiting on that to give my final how do I feel. Like I wanted him to put us in the mind of how he felt that day, who said something to him, etc. However, several people at the court, they did note the fact that the prosecution, one of the attorneys is extremely he's extremely like aggressive, or he has like this certain personality, and they didn't think that Karmelo could like do well. Like there could be a situation right now where people are like, you know what, I really don't know, like I'm kind of 50-50 with it, but he could have testified and they could have been like, yeah, nah, I don't like this kid, and just send him up the river. I have no idea. Let's see, let's go to Brooklyn. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Yeah, I appreciate you for being in that courtroom, holding us down, letting us get the news because it seemed like all the other media outlets is biased towards one side. They're not giving us all the news. Now, I want to say this was a very because I heard somebody ask why is race involved.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this is a very racially biased case since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Even since the beginning, they was withholding information on what happened. We didn't see the video, right? The video could have came out. The video didn't come out. The witnesses that the police was interviewing, they was all friends with the victim, right? We didn't hear the other side at all. They put a gag order on the family, so we never got to hear the other side. Now that the case starting, they start putting the media outlets, they start making reports that the black jurors were so biased that they had to get struck, right? Like there was black people that admitting that they had biases, so they couldn't work jury.
Um,
That was strategic on the media so that they could strike the unbiased black jurors, the three educators.
yeah, they
So
fucked
now,
themselves. But hey, if they feel like they couldn't actually live up to the job, then
yeah, the ones that was biased, yeah, that's retarded that they would go up there and say that. But what I'm saying is, it's probably white people that went up there and said that too, right? But they only reported the black people, which, and I think that was strategic. So when they strike the ones, because there was three jurors that were qualified that were unbiased that got struck, right?
say that one more time.
There were three jurors that were black that were qualified and unbiased, but they still got struck by the prosecutor, right?
They got struck, yeah.
Yeah. So I honestly believe that the media reported the biased ones so that they could also have an excuse to strike the unbiased ones,
Maybe, you
right?
know.
So what I'm saying is it's been very strategic on the end and very racially biased. And I don't know if you've seen that photo There's a photo going around of the judge actually knowing the Metcalf family.
Yeah, somebody sent it to me.
Yeah, okay. So you got that. It just from right to left. It's very racially motivated. We see where the media is going. Carmelo was already convicted in a court of public opinion. So even if the prosecutor didn't prove murder one exactly, I still feel like they can get away with a conviction because he's already in a court of public opinion, he's already convicted. So it really wouldn't be shocking to get a conviction out of him, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, I'll just say, no, two more things. It's the last thing I'm gonna say. The television, we really don't know what they showed. I heard the other homie he was asking, the other homie, salute to him because he had a guest talking about that they seen the video in 4K, but they strategically didn't show any of the news media the video. They only showed the jurors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this could have been the same kind of video where it's chopped up in bits and pieces and the jurors don't see the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I'm gonna say is the defense, he seemed paid off to me. He seemed like the state done paid them multiple times what Carmelo Anthony family paid them, in my opinion. Because
Oh,
do that. They do that with high profile cases and politically motivated cases. This is a political case
yeah.
because throughout history, black people had laws against us defending ourselves from white people. Like we had actual laws about that. And this could be a subliminal image of black self defense that they don't want out. Right. So it seemed like they're trying to get to convict him no matter what. And I let my plane in. I said a lot. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go to. Did we go to Brooklyn? Was that you talking?
Yeah, that
Uh,
was me talking.
okay. Let's go to Deja.
Hi, I'm sorry. I think I wasn't being heard earlier. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. So I've been watching you for forever, and I didn't realize
I'm
my
still
cousin
here.
was.
I'm just getting my drink.
Oh, can everybody hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you, sis.
Okay.
I have
Okay. So
no Ziegler.
okay, no worries. I didn't realize my cousin was your mod, and he blocked me under my little fake page. But anyway, Stevie Ray is my cousin.
Block you ain't even on your real page.
Yeah, because I talk a lot of shit on YouTube. So
Okay, let's
and
get back. I'm sorry to
anyway, I'm
cut you
sorry.
off with that. You
Anyway,
already said
so
that, so let me. I don't want to be rude, but
no,
let's.
you're not rude at all. I get sidetracked ADHD, but
Yeah.
what I've been harping on is the fact that they're trying to paint this kid, and again, I don't condone any kid being murdered. I have a kid who is right now at college with his dad is who's not even 18, 17,
Mhm.
right? So I understand, right? He footballer and track, it hits home. But I also understand my kids that don't put hands on nobody for no reason. Well, at all. But what they're trying to and paint this picture of this kid is that he refused to get out of this tent and he was the aggressor, but they're not looking at it as this was not authoritative figure or a coach. This is a peer coming at him in an aggressive manner, like you said, Neek, punking him.
Mhm.
And they only gave him 4 minutes before he put his hands on him. And if you have some type of dignity about yourself or pushback, not to be bullied, you may not retreat in 4 minutes. But does that give anybody the right to put their hands on you in 4 minutes? That's not even enough time to leave, to gather your shit and go.
Mhm.
It really is not. So if you put your hands on me in less than 4 minutes, should I not do nothing? And that's all I want people to understand is he was in there chilling with his supposedly friend who he thought was his friend. He never sat up, sat down. And then these guys come in and in 4 minutes they've put hands on him. and he should do nothing. I don't understand how nobody could see that. Not saying that somebody deserve to die at all, but how can you not see that as a problem as well?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Somebody said Nick looks tired. I am tired.
Girl, no blame you. We
But
four. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 41. I'm tired too.
yeah, it was a few people that clicked on, so I wanted to give everybody a chance to speak. The people that are on the panel, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to speak. All right, wait, what's your name? Hold on. Deja.
Deja.
Thank you, Deja. I think I'm gonna
Sure.
go to no cap. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I'm sorry for coming in and out of your house. You know, I know mama talked about it. But yeah, cause I got so many things on my mind because I've been covering this too from afar. The crying that I've been hearing about that the Metcalfs be doing, like doing those emotional moments. I know, listen, I'm reformed. I done changed my life. I done had my share in court. I done been in courtrooms where the judge would say, hey, listen, I know it's an emotional moments, whatever, but I'm not gonna allow all the outbursts and the crying.
Well,
The
they're
judge never.
not doing outbursts where they're like, it's just
Okay, okay.
like when they're crying, it's like,
Right. Okay, gotcha.
and then but you just like it's all of them, so you can hear all of them like at the same time, like, and then
I
the mom,
got you.
like, she would like put her head down, but the whole time that they're doing it, they're crying. I mean, they are making some sounds, but it's not like loud, like
Like,
yeah, it's not nothing like that.
okay.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah.
The amazing Lucas says, appreciate the coverage. Keep up your hard work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, so it's not like, like a boo-hoo, like loud thing. It's just like, when you hear somebody crying, you can tell that they're crying because it's multiple of them. They're like, you can hear them grabbing the tissue or the Kleenex,
Yeah.
wiping their face, and then you see the juror that's always looking emotional, and she's like, her face, like she glances over, and like they're constantly like looking at them, like they're right position in their line of sight. So
I got you. Eddie, Edwin Parra, how the defense caught him in a lot. Basically, they caught him, lying and stuff because he was acting like he didn't hardly really know Karmelo like that. But then they started showing the pictures the defense did. I know there was a cop that said that he took Eddie's phone. I don't know if it was on the day of April 2nd or whatever, and scanned through it to see if he had anything on it. And they said it was some deleted stuff on his phone. I
it said
wonder
it was
why.
3 deleted photos, but they said that it was 3 deleted photos, but it wasn't, they didn't say what they were of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't no deleted videos and nothing like that on the phone, just photos.
They didn't find, like, they didn't see videos, but you can hide your videos, or email it to yourself, or
Right.
They didn't say like, oh, he went into his email, or he went through like a couple of different things.
Was Karmelo looking a certain way when he seen his homeboy switching out on him in court?
None of his homeboys actually switched out on him in court. I just think that they were brutally honest, like respectful young men that ain't gonna get up on the stand and get coached and lie or make up a narrative. They just were brutally honest, and they were like, "Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir."
No, I'm talking about Eddie, but Eddie act like he didn't know him.
I'm thinking you're talking about the guy that got on the stand, who was Karmelo's friend, and he was talking about them going to track meets together and going under tents and stuff together. I thought you were talking about him, but Eddie.
No, I'm talking about Eddie because the defense showed pictures of Karmelo in his room playing a guitar and family function, but Eddie was acting like he ain't hardly know Karmelo right in the beginning.
Yeah, he was trying to downplay the amount of time that they knew each other.
That's some flaw-ass shit. And another thing, if you need I was gonna the main reason why I want to come up here because the guy that was talking about the content creator that had the people that have seen the video signed off on the videos and everything. That was my platform. If you want them on your show, if you want to get in contact with them, I mean, I can put you in contact with them. It's a few of them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
if you would
I
like
feel
that.
like I'm looking at y'all, but I'm like in my mind zoning out. So I probably should go to sleep because I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tired. But I
Um,
really wanted to hear from everybody. I don't mean to be rude. I just was really sitting here like, damn, I am had no sleep.
well,
So
I'm gonna drop down. Can I just say my channel before I drop down?
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna just
My channel.
everybody at the same time. Wait, before you say it,
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
if y'all could be civilized, I'm gonna sit here where I don't have to, y'all. If one person speak, the next person say your thing. If anybody's trolling, I'm gonna drop y'all down. But I don't have the energy to like process.
Okay, so I can stay up here while you.
Hello.
Moderator, you can
Hi.
moderate it for me.
Okay, I'll moderate for you. I got you. I got you.
Okay, shout out your channel and then you can navigate it.
Okay. Yeah, my channel is No Captivity with Freezy. No Captivity with Freezy. That's FREEZY. No Captivity with Freezy. Yeah. So I can't see the name tag, so yeah, you put the name tags up there and then I can. So I think Tommy, what do you have? What's on your mind about this trial, bro?
The defense is failing Karmelo. I don't believe that it was murdered. I just want to say that first because it was clearly a reaction. And my issue is that they're trying to make this whole thing into a race war, and it's just so dumb. They're coaching the witnesses. I believe what Nick is saying, that everyone is compromised because there's just too many coincidences.
Right.
And the thing is, they don't need to do that because the defense is failing Karmelo. The defense is not helping him. A good lawyer would have objected to those witnesses. A good lawyer would have painted those white boys as aggressive because they were, and that he was clearly being ganged up on. It's just ridiculous.
I agree. And just to add to what you said, for mostly all the 21 witnesses that the prosecutor called for to paint a picture that Karmelo was the aggressor, to me, that was obviously coaching. That's my opinion. For all of them to say he the aggressor, yeah. And he provoked the guy. He provoked
They
Austin.
say he's the aggressor, but how did Karmelo be aggressive? They did not say he got up. They did not say he was verbally assaulting them. And it also feels like the more I listen to the case, it feels like, rest in peace to the victim. It feels like he ran into it. It feels like he ran into it. From my opinion.
I think so too. And that's why I feel sorry for him, because anybody with good sense know that Karmelo did not come there to get into it with anybody, right? So now he's facing life in prison. That's like a nightmare to me, But
the whole way this thing is going is crazy. It's like we're literally going back 100 years with the whole court stuff. And then I'm upset with how the schools handled it, because it seemed like the twins Ben had reports put on them of their aggressiveness.
Absolutely.
It's like bullying mixed with the whole race stuff. It's it's horrible.
Not to mention, either one of them or both of them was suspended, right, or something like that.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I literally, all the information I'm getting is off of social media, YouTube and stuff like that. So all I can pray is that none of my children end up in that. And man, the schools really need to do more with this bullying stuff. It's bad. It's bad.
Thank you for that, Jay. I'm gonna go to She Coco. What's on your mind, She Coco? What do you think about this whole thing?
So I wasn't following. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
I was not following the case closely because I'm just so tired of just all of this sad stuff happening all the time. But I happened to listen to Queen Sheba one day doing the transcripts, and immediately from just when his friends, his fake friend Eddie and them start testifying. And I noticed these people kept saying he was trying to talk. He was trying to talk. That was a red flag for me right there. I'm like, what is trying to talk? Either he was talking or he wasn't talking. What does trying to talk mean? That means that you don't care about nothing he was saying. Or that means that, and
Mhm.
immediately like right. So I follow these two. I've
Wait,
been
who said something about trying? My computer had went dead. What were you talking about? Trying to talk?
They were from the transcript that Sheba read. They kept saying something about Carmelo trying to talk, as if dismissing the fact that he was over there talking with Eddie and them. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, what does trying to talk mean? That means that it just seemed very dismissive to me. So that was a red flag for me. I follow both of y'all anyways. I've been
Your phone going in and out or something.
Yeah, it went out. Are you there, She Coco?
I'm gonna put this tablet down. I probably moved this tablet. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
hear you good now. Yeah.
Okay, so I follow both you and Sheba, right?
All right, can you come a little bit away from the mic? It's like very loud or something.
All right, back up because I'm in the car.
Now,
Um,
what if they say it's not guilty or he's
hello.
not guilty? What if they say Carmelo is not guilty? Then,
Wait,
oh my
wait,
god,
wait. You're not doing a good job moderating, no
I'm
captivity.
sorry,
No,
it's my
I
bad.
got you.
It's
I
my
got you. I
bad.
was wait. I was trying to. She's getting feedback because she got her volume up too loud. You
I'm
got to
My
sorry,
cut your
that's my
volume
All
down.
bad.
this background noise and you ain't regulating.
I got you. I got you. I got you. No, I've been doing a good job. Jay just cut in, but I got you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. But go ahead,
okay,
She Coco. Go ahead and talk so we can make sure you're clear.
okay. Does it sound better now?
Yeah, you cut the background down, cut your background noise down, and cut your volume down a little bit. You should be good.
Turn it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, we
Um,
gotta go to the next person because you ain't doing a good job at moderating, no captivity.
Okay, okay. I was just trying to, cause she was in the middle of her thought.
I
She was in
know
the middle of her thought. Okay, go ahead. Hold on,
plenty.
She Coco. Hold on, She Coco. Go ahead and go on mute.
Wait.
We're going.
Let me determine where the background noise is coming from. It's not her because I just pulled her down. It's Rick Kim.
Okay, see, I was just trying to let her get it
Okay,
together,
let me
cause
put
not.
Coco back. It wasn't her.
Am I back on?
Yeah, but you got to get to the point how to like quick. We got to,
Okay. The point is that I noticed that this is a high attention case. I noticed that it seems as if you were being targeted. And even though she ain't never said nothing about nothing, but I know she live in Texas. So that's why I wasn't like saying anything when I was listening to you. But today when you came, that really pissed me off. I was at work and I was like,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
wait. Listen, wait. Like I'm trying to.
That's her.
You a little too turned up right now. Like I'm like my energy. It's like calm.
Yeah. No, but I was finna say, Neat. That's her. That's She Coco. That's her background.
is
So
it I
yeah, go ahead and go on mute, She Coco. We're gonna go to James Harlan. James Harlan, what's on your mind about this trial, bro?
Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for having me up.
Everybody else
Um,
mute.
Everybody else mute.
I have a question. Um, did anyone see the videos and can anyone substantiate the fact that there were more than one person that was accosting Anthony at the time of the stabbing?
Oh,
We cannot substantiate that man's claims. I didn't see what he saw, but there are people that said they seen an extended version at the school. I didn't see a video that showed people. I just seen. I mean, I did see one that showed people, but the picture under the tent, you just see like kids that are not moving versus you can see them scatter. You can't see like a person like push or you can't really see, you know.
but Neat. Um, I talked to Queen Sheba. She said that the judge actually spotlighted that video to where you can only see a section of it, not the entire thing.
They spotlighted the enhanced one where you can see mm, um like the important parts.
Right. Right. So they didn't so you guys didn't see the entire video then.
No, no, no. We saw the video, and then
Okay.
we saw the one she's talking about. They spotlighted Metcalf when he walked in, but we saw the video. It was blurry.
Oh, it's blurry. Okay,
Unedited?
that explains it. Okay, it's blurry. Okay, gotcha.
Was
I
it
don't know how
unedited?
I don't know how long the original is supposed to be to compare it.
Yeah.
Understand.
Go ahead.
Well,
Finish your point, James. Go ahead. Because we got to go to the next person. Go ahead.
I
yeah,
want Razor to come up though, but in the next person, Razor, don't be a keyboard warrior. Click the link. But go ahead, Rick.
okay. I believe it's James. I believe Anthony is innocent because he wasn't intending on any trouble from anyone. And I also know that um it's important that he be found not guilty. Otherwise, I mean, what's a good kid supposed to do? What do we tell our children? We tell them to go to school. We tell them to get good grades. We tell them to work hard. Uh, we tell them all the positive things to do. And is an example of someone who was doing everything you would want your child to do.
Hey,
And
I'm
he
sorry to
got caught.
interrupt, guys, but I have been waiting for like 25 minutes and multiple people came up. So I want to know if I can go next.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. I got you, sis. Go ahead, James. Finish your point.
Yes, he's what would consider one of the best children to represent our community as Black people in America. And for him to be found guilty for defending himself and wind up with a prison sentence when he did everything to avoid that from happening to him, not only while he was young, but he's tried to prepare for a successful life, is sending a shocking message to America at large that you can do anything to any Black child you want to, and we are we're not going to protect them.
No,
So
no, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Go ahead, and what's on your
I think wait before you go to the next
Hi,
person.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, wait 1 second,
yeah.
Aaron. I just want to reply
Okay,
to
I can't hear Nick. I had a question for her, but she may not
Hold
be
on,
able
hold
to
on, hold
answer.
on,
If
and
that's
hold on,
okay.
and Nick at Night was trying. She's trying to reply to this
Okay.
guy. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, so he basically said that this is sending a message that our kids can't defend themselves. I think that we would not like I don't think there would be like a hang up if he like defended himself and he like punched them. I think people are caught up on like the level of force.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel like your life is in danger and you could, be physically harmed, who's to say what your force should be? But most people like to have force met with the same type of force.
but wouldn't that be impossible considering the size differential?
Um, like, would it be impossible for him to win? Because I mean, he could punch him,
Would it be impossible for him to execute the same amount of force that someone who's 100 pounds heavier than him?
kick him in the nuts. Nuts is fragile, ain't they?
And then I also heard that the knife was so long, but the whole blade did not go into the the boy. So
Hold on,
that's
Jay. Hold on, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got to get Ann in. Go ahead,
oh
Ann.
sorry, I'm
Thank
sorry,
you for
Ann.
thank you for being patient, Ann. Go ahead, Ann.
Hi, thank you. So, my first question is, I don't know if Meek can answer it, someone else can answer it. Is that this whole time throughout this whole trial, if we know that Carmelo's team did not have a tent and it was raining, why haven't we heard where any of his other classmates were? Were other kids under other tents? Because where were they? And then at one point, I
We
think we
did hear
heard
that.
that another kid in Carmelo was over at the baseball field and the coach told them to move. And so then that's when he made his way to the bleachers. And so my first question is trying to understand, where is that information at? Also, a kid apparently who was on the stand today, I might be misrepresenting or misheard, but another kid also said that he didn't go to the school that Metcalf went to, but was also under the tent and gave testimony on what he witnessed. So it's kind of a contradictory to for everyone to be up in arms, and at one point the goalpost constantly moves. At one
I
point
think
is
she's like
he had no
mixing
business
up
being
a
under
few
there. Well, then
things.
when we find out that he was going to go dab up a friend and went under there because he felt safe enough to be with a friend who ended up turning
Tell
on
her to
him,
go out and
why
come
are we
back in
also
so
not
she can hear me.
questioning the other young kids who were
You
under
said,
tents who were
hold on,
apparently
and what? Hold on, and Nick, what did you say?
Tell her to go out and come back in so she can hear me because she's mixing up a few things.
Okay, and can you hear Nick right now?
no, I'm on another device, so I hear her
Okay,
about
go out and come back
probably
in.
30 seconds late.
Go out and
Okay,
come
just
back
one
in.
second.
Go out and come back in so you can straighten up your device and stuff. All right. While she comes back in, Rick Timms, go ahead, bro. Before she so you can get a word in. Go ahead.
All right, good deal, man. I won't take long. What's up, everybody? You know what,
Wait, wait,
man?
wait, wait,
You
wait.
got a
Can
lot of
you roll the
background.
can you roll the window up?
Man, I got all my windows up. I don't know why it's so loud. I got all my windows up. I pulled
That's
over.
what it
I'm not
was. It
even
was the
driving.
sunroof. You good. Whatever you just did, you did good. Go ahead. Take off.
All right, good deal, man. Man, you know what, y'all? It's like what we're dealing with right now is like a never-ending chapter. No, this is just another chapter of a never-ending book. You know, it's like Trayvon Martin was minding his business. Hell, Ahmaud Arbery was minding his business. You know, uh, Carmelo Anthony. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It seems like when it comes to stand your ground,
Wait,
it
wait,
only.
wait, wait. Just back up a little bit from the mic because your voice is carrying. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I let me back up. I won't speak as loud. Is that cool?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, you good.
So, first of all, man, regardless of gender, race, I don't feel sorry for bullies when they get exactly what they're looking for. You know, this young brother was minding his business. He thought he was sitting with somebody that was a friend who apparently was not. And it seems like stand your ground only apply to white folk. It seems like when
Yeah.
we defend ourselves, it's a problem. Every single time, it's a problem. And you can't dictate how someone defends themselves when they feel threatened. We didn't heard this story a billion times. I feared for my life when it wasn't even necessary for deadly force. You know, it's like we're dealing with people who are literally descendants of savages. The guy in New York, Daniel Penny, uh, killed a brother who just was talking erratic. No weapon, didn't assault anybody. He get choked out. And these same people who are
That
pissed
was
off with Carmelo
crazy.
Anthony, yeah, the same people pissed off with Carmelo Anthony support that. So I don't feel sorry for him at all. And for the prosecution not to have the victim's twin brother take the stand speaks volumes. I mean, they know he's made several inconsistent statements, and they know he would have got slaughtered if he was cross-examined.
Well, I mean, well,
And,
it was to their benefit not to have him on. I think so. We're good.
well, apparently so, right? Because
Yeah,
they didn't put him up there, you
yeah.
know. And dude, at the end of the day, I'm pulling for a full case dismissal or get it dropped down to manslaughter, 10-year probation. I want to see this young brother walk. It's highly unlikely, but that's what I feel, man. And when these people are
Uh,
entitled,
Rick, condense it because I got to get Ann back in. She came back up. Go ahead, just condense it down. Go ahead.
okay, I'll finish in 10 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
When evil white folk feel entitled and I always try to run stuff. And this was another example of that type of illustration, and it didn't end well for him. Salute to Carmelo Anthony. I hope all is well on him. Now let's pull up the sister. I won't take much more time,
Uh,
man.
okay, and go ahead and let's see if you got it back right. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. Sound real good.
Okay. Did you
I
guys
think I
hear what I
think Nick
said
wanted to
the
respond
first
to
time?
what you had to say too. You there, Nick?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Do you remember what she said, Nick? Did you want to respond
Yeah,
now
I'm
or
gonna
what?
respond to one. She said, "Where was all the other kids, and etc. Or when why didn't they have their tent?" So, Carmelo's coach testified to that. So basically, they had some events in the morning that he needed to be at, but the later events that had the tents on the bus had not gotten there yet. So he said that he only took a few kids on the first trip, like they were taking trips of two kids to the court. I mean, not to the court, to the bus. I mean, to the school, to the stadium, child.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, um, they were taking 2 bus loads, but the bus load that carried Carmelo in it was, like, not a lot of kids, and so in their tent I mean, in their bus, they didn't have enough manpower to put up the tents. So, the
Mm.
tents were in the 2nd bus that was on its way that had a lot more kids, but the event happened where the stabbing took place before that other bus got there. Um,
You there, Nick?
what was the next question, Ann?
And what was the next question, Ann?
Okay.
That's you.
And then my second question, or
Oh,
not
go hold on,
question.
Ann. Go on mute. QI film. Thank you. Go ahead, Ann. Go ahead, Ann. I was talking to the other
Okay.
guy. Go ahead.
So two things. I personally, as someone who sat on a jury, both criminal and civil, I think both the defense and prosecution play a good game at having smoke and mirrors. When we were expecting this trial, I was expecting for them to have a smoking gun that indefinitely proved that Carmelo acted not only in first degree murder, but that he instigated the entire thing. And in the reverse, I thought the defense was going to present evidence that disputed that claim if the prosecution did not bring that. However, I think that the prosecution did a better job at playing on the emotional heartstrings by constantly using the buzzwords of it was intentional and showing the blood and the family being able to do crying outbursts. That is what's going to sit with the jury. It does not matter how the judge tells
Well,
them
hold
to
on. We
apply
had
the law.
corrected that earlier. I had brought it up to Nick earlier, and she said the family actually, because I was under that impression too. She said that the family actually
Mhm.
wasn't bursting out crying. She said it was more so like subtle, like whimpering and stuff like that. So, because I was under that impression too, but I just wanted to make that correction or whatever. But go ahead, and I understand what you're saying. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it wasn't like
Okay.
outbursts like that, but it
And
just was that they were
also,
in the line of sight.
two more things really quickly.
Yeah.
The issue, so there's one thing that I'm a bit neutral on and understand as someone who is in the process of practicing law, but also who served on the jury multiple times, is that I understand the initial concept of wanting to strike jurors because they're educators, because it's like someone who's an educator, they might be biased in favor of Carmelo or might be biased in favor against him. So that can go either way. I think though what the bigger issue is that why was there only 3 that was considered? There's no way you're going to tell me that there was only 3 that were considered and they all just so happen to be educators and black women. That is what the systemic issue that doesn't sit well with me.
Well, I don't know, Nick. You wanted to respond to that, Nick?
What does she mean 3 that was sitters?
Are you talking about the 3 black educators that got struck down? And
Yes.
okay.
So like because when I've served on juries, depending on what the actual case is about, they may decide, like if it's a case of sexual assault, they're not going to put someone on the jury trial who's been a victim of SA because they might have a bias. And so for me, I understand that notion, but I still feel like there's a systemic issue with why there were only 3 black jurors considered. And I also feel like it's odd for the media to only put out the narrative that a black man said, "Oh, I'm not going to put a brother behind bars." There's lots of people on both sides of the aisles who voice their biases, but why is the media only putting out this one bias towards the one black experience and having that be painted for why no black people were on the jury because we were just so biased, or it was a issue of conflict of interest. And so that's one thing I have an issue with.
All righty. Let's go to did Jay already talk?
Yeah, Jay talked already. I think film, media, and art. He just came up. Go ahead, film, media, and art.
Salute. I think that pretty much the case is pretty good because of the fact that when the defense
Film, media, and
were
art. Your
doing jury duty,
film, media, and art. Your
can you hear
mic
me?
going in and out.
How is it now?
Okay, you good. Go ahead.
All right. I think that the defense did what they needed to do because when they were doing jury duty, one of the questions that they asked, and I got my notes from Nick at Night and Queen Sheba, but one of the questions that they asked the jury before, deciding to accept them or not was, basically, if Carmela didn't take the stand, how would they feel about that? And they also let the jury know that you do know that it's not the defense responsibility to prove the case. So basically, the proving the case is in the prosecutor's hands, which means that the prosecutors had to prove Carmela Anthony guilty of the big M, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus self defense. And basically, when the witnesses were on the stand, I um I think that a lot of people agree, and I think that the defense did a good job at sort of pointing out how they were not credible witnesses, especially the one guy he knew, the Jeff, what was his name, Jeff.
You talking about Eddie?
Eddie, the one
Mm-hmm.
guy that he knew, like how they were not credible witnesses, how basically, because all came from the same school and they were all friends, it seems as though they all, pretty much had the same story. But and basically, according to Texas law, it's section 9 of the penal code. And it's 9.61 and 9.632 when it comes down to proving self-defense. I think that they pretty much did that because you have to point out how, that's why they kept using the buzzword provoke, right? But
Right.
just because the witnesses were using the buzzword provoke, they were using the buzzword provoke, yet they were telling the story of how Austin was the aggressor because Austin went to Carmela. Austin was standing up, and Austin passed the first lick. So Austin was definitely the provoker and the aggressor. Plus, pointed out that
Yeah.
that it was okay for him to be under the tent. Plus, on the last day with the police officer saying that the knife was legal because the knife was under like the